Hi everyone, Lethbridge Hurricanes are back on home ice tonight. The Canes players told reporters after a 4-2 loss to Brandon on Wednesday that they need to focus on the first and last 5 minutes of the period if they're going to have any success at all. Well, we'll see if that was lip service tonight as they take on the Regina Pats.
Like I said, preparation is a key thing for us, especially right now because it's getting late in the season and every team's in the same boat. You're tired and worn down, so the start and how guys come to play and prepare to play.
Canes and Pats face off tonight at 7 o'clock at the NMAX Center. Also tonight, Medicine Hat Tiger star Emerson Edom will try to extend his point streak to 20 games as they take on the Moose Jaw Warriors. He's got 51 goals in 50 games thus far this season, and Kootenay hosts Spokane as well. The Brooks Bandits have rewarded their head coach and GM with a new contract. Ryan Papiano actually signed a 5-year extension on Monday. As per club policy, terms of the deal were not made public. The Bandits broke the franchise mark for wins this season, finishing with a 46-7-6 record. Pappy says it's nice to have the security of a new deal, but remains focused on Alberta Junior Hockey League championship.
I mean, you can set all the records you want and play as well as you want, but if you don't win a championship, what's the difference if you're first or eighth? It doesn't really matter. So for us, it's a long-term focus. We need to win. We want to win, and hopefully we can do that.
Papiano took over as head coach and GM in November of 2009. The women's hockey playoff drought at the U of L is officially over. The Pronghorns will play their first postseason game since 2006. Daryl Rummold has this preview.
They're the Canada West's version of a Cinderella story. After years of struggles, including a one-win season, the Pronghorns are back in the playoffs and ready to pen a new ending to this chapter of the program. The question is their villain beatable? Some would say no. The Calgary Dinos are ranked third in the country and led by a Canadian icon in Hayley Wickenheiser, a name synonymous with success in women's hockey.
Obviously with Hayley Wickenheiser in the lineup, she's competitive, one of the top players in the world. So, you know, at the same time, she's stoppable, she's beatable, and sometimes you can get under her skin a little bit.
But I think we just need to put that aside and just take it like we would take any other game this season. And we've been doing really well with that, so I think we go into this playoff series thinking that it's just another game that we can overcome them.
They have a couple players that stand out, and if we can shut down those lines and attack when they're off, then I think we'll do fine.
The Pronghorns went 14-8-2 on the conference schedule, and despite battling some inconsistencies in the second half, they've been able to establish themselves as a real threat. So don't suggest that they still have something to prove.
I think we've proven enough to people right now just making the playoffs. We're coming in the underdogs, so we don't have very much to prove. Just go out and work hard and play our game, and we have nothing to lose, really.
I don't think it's a fluke. It's well-earned, well-deserved, and I think we're going to keep getting better every year, and hopefully playoffs will be something that's always in our future.
What happens next really does rest with the Horns, a team who claim they have very little to lose, making them a pretty dangerous team. The Horns say they're ready for whatever twist the Dinos may put in tonight's script, including a legend. Daryl Rummel, CTV Sports, Lethbridge.
Thanks, Rummy. The best of three series will be played entirely in Calgary starting tonight at 7 o'clock at COP. It's the final weekend of the conference schedule for the men's hockey program. The Horns have already locked up the final Canada West playoff spot. Will do battle with the Alberta Golden Bears in a two-game set starting this evening. Game time is 7 o'clock up in the provincial capital. The Alberta Hockey Hall of Fame has announced its 2012 induction class, making the grade this time around the '94 national champion Lethbridge Pronghorns. They were a true Cinderella story. The club had never managed a winning record, but in '94 they beat the odds to become CIS champs. The team was coached by Mike Babcock, who is now with the Detroit Red Wings, not too shabby. Also on the team, Greg Gatto, who is now the Horns head coach. They'll be honored at the Hockey Alberta Awards Gala on June 9th up in Red Deer. And there's Greg scoring a goal.
Pretty cool.
We should tell people that we're going to a wedding after this. We're involved in a wedding party, each of us.
Still ahead on CTV News at
Just
5.
kidding.
Actually, some little men in tuxedos is what we're going to talk about.
Nice.